everyone, I'm here with my July wrap up and I read a total of 14 books and I found the trick to reading books, and when I'm in a slump I usually force myself to read. So I decided to take my boyfriend's advice and he told me just to read the books that I really want to read. So that's what I've been doing and it's been working so well for me. And that's probably why I've been binge reading all these books and it's amazing. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about each one that I read and whether I liked it or not. So the first one here, actually this is the third book, but I'm going to show you my ebooks first and then I'm going to show you my physical books. So this is the one by Kiera Cass and this is the third book. I really liked how it ended. It was very predictable though. I did find that her writing was way better in this one than it was in the first book. Her writing grew stronger and I really liked how she finished it. I gave that one a 3 out of 5. And the next book is Breathe, Anna Breathe by Miranda Kenneally. And I really like her writing. This one was a little, I don't know, I want to say sad. It's more depressing than her other books and it's not quite as fun. So I did really feel all the feels and the emotions that Annie was going through and why she was doing it. It was really heart-wrenching to read and I gave this one, I don't remember, I think it's a 3 or a 4. It's probably a 3 out of 5. And I was on the blog tour for this. The link is below for my review. I also read Child of a Hidden Sea by A.M. Dellamonica and I thought this book was good, but I was kind of hesitant to what the plot was. Nothing really happens, or maybe I missed it, but I did enjoy the world building. It was very unique with the animals and the setting. There was a lot of islands that were all different uses and different cultures and I thought that was really great, but it fell flat for me. I gave it a 2 out of 5 and my review is also linked below. I read Torn Away by Jennifer Brown and this one was surprisingly very sad. I actually had to put it down because the book was going in like such a negative state that I didn't want to feel like that, so I had to put it down. We follow our main character. She is recovering from the death of her mom and her little sister from a tornado that uprooted her neighborhood, and she goes through this like journey and she finds herself and it was very emotional. I really like her writing. Is very fast read. So I gave that one, I think, a 3 or is it a 4? I don't remember anymore. I don't remember. The next book is The Merciless by Danielle Vega and if you can see there's like a cross. This book was hella weird. I don't even know how to describe it. Probably it's a horror book because I was really confused and what was going on and what was the point in the whole thing. But it's a very graphic, so if you like violent books, it's in this one. There's a lot of torture, so I didn't really enjoy that as much, but it was just so weird and creepy and I don't know how to explain it. It's like one of those books that I'm just like, what the hell did I just read? I gave this one a 3 out of 5. I did not like the characters, but the writing was very fast paced and yeah, I think it's not even a standalone. There's another book because the ending was really open-ended. I also read Echo in Time by C.J. Hill. This is a sci-fi sequel to, what's the first book? Oh, first book is Erasing Time, and we are still within the time frame and what happens between the two twins and the brothers who are also twins. There's this whole lot of shit going down and I was like, okay. I didn't really care about the characters in this one. I think I wasn't in the mood for sci-fi. I give this one also a 3 out of 5 and if you're a really gung-ho science fiction fan and a time traveling fan, then make sure to get this one. My physical books, I read The Elite by Kiera Cass, and this is the sequel to The Selection. If you guys didn't know about this one, it is a bachelor type kind of romance slash dystopian. Not a whole lot of action happens in this one. It's more like the drama going on between the girls and all that. I liked it. It wasn't the greatest. If you're looking for like a fluffy read, try this out. I gave this one a 3 out of 5. The second book here is The Dance of the Red Death by Bethany Grifiin, and I was really excited to read this because of the whole virus aspect and the dystopian. They are running from these I want to say the villains, and they're trying to, you know, hide themselves and as well try to survive. So I've always liked that type of storyline. If you guys didn't know, this is also based on the poem by Edgar Allan Poe, I believe, but Bethany put her spin on it, and I really find her writing very beautiful and very fluid. I gave this one a 4, or is it a 3? I don't even know anymore. The Geography of You and Me by Jennifer E. Smith. I have to say that I didn't like this book. I was very, very bored into wondering as to what was happening. Nothing really happens. It's very, very predictable and cliche. The premise was very good, but the execution was very flat for me. I give this one a 1 out of 5. I was that bored. The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon, and I have to say, you guys, this book was incredible. It was very slow in the beginning, but it does pick up its pace, and there's so much to know about this world and the characters, and can I just say I love Warden? I love him. I love him. He's kind of like one of my book boyfriends now. I am so excited for the Mime Order. I loved this book. It is so like different in a way where she meshes up all these genres. So it's like paranormal and dystopian and mystery and romance all in one, and I really liked how she wrote it. It is very good in the ending, and I give this one a 5 out of 5. I really want to reread it already. Book Thief by Markus Zusak, and oh my god, I didn't know what to expect about this one because everyone was raving about it, and I saw the movie, but I had to return it to the library. Didn't see the ending, so I read the book, and oh my god, it was just so good. This book, you guys need to read it. It is all about like the Nazi occupation and about this girl who lives in Germany during that time, and I just thought it was really written beautifully in the point of view of death. So good. I love it, and I can understand why people have been raving about it. The Chaos of Stars by Kiersten White. This one, I had no idea what to expect. I thought it was going to be all about mythology and all of these like powers and a girl trying to hide her real identity, and it was, but it was more like a contemporary read, and I was a little bored with this one. The mystery wasn't that present in the book as I was reading it. It was more about the romance, so I give this one a 3 out of 5. And I read Amy and Roger's Epic Detour by Matson. I really like this book. I give this one a 4 out of 5. I love the journey where she goes. There's pictures and there's like receipts, like extra things and like playlists, and I love that aspect. And this book, I have to say, it made me hungry. They stopped at so many places. I was getting really hungry for burgers. End Times by Anna Schumacher, and this book ended up being like a Christian book and like an apocalyptic end of the world kind of thing, except it was just before it happens, so the cliffhanger is when it's just starting. So I thought I was gonna be reading about this whole survival story about like the end of the world, but it wasn't. It was just more like, I want to say, this creepy Christian cult. Felt like a cult to me. There's a lot of characters that I didn't especially like, so I gave this one a 2 out of 5, unfortunately. The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern, and if you guys have been following my Goodreads, I have been picking this up and putting it down again. I had trouble reading this one, but I eventually went through it, and during the middle it started to pick up and I was really invested in it, and it was so good. Like, I thought that she created the world very well, but in the beginning I needed something to keep me reading, and it wasn't there, so I had to knock down a star for that kind of pacing, the slow pacing. I gave this one a 3 out of 5, even though it was so beautiful and it did wrap up very nicely. I also read The Kiss of Deception by Mary E. Pearson, and I heard a lot of buzz about this one. It was very overhyped by all of the bloggers that I've been following and conversing, and they said that this was excellent. And I was very wary, but I gave it a shot and I really enjoyed it. There is a love triangle in this one, but I kind of ignored the other guy and it was really funny. I just completely forgot about him and I just focused on her relationship with the other one. So I thought it was very, very cute. It's not a very action-packed read. It is in the end, but during the beginning and the middle it's a lot more like character development, and it is a multiple point of view. I think from 3, or is it 4? I think it's 3 point of views. So just make sure when you're reading it that you're aware of that. And I really like the world in this one. I cannot wait until the next one. I gave this one a 4 out of 5, and I'm just gonna show you the cute map that they have in here. Like, books with maps in them always gets to me. Oh, and I just love this cover. It is very, very beautiful. Right here, like all of this foiling, and even the spine is gorgeous. Make sure to go check it out. So that is it for me this time around, and I hope you guys had an amazing month of reading. Let me know how many books you guys read, and if you have read any of these books, let me know what you thought. Till next time, bye book nerds.